Good afternoon, and welcome to a special presentation by Charles on the 15th of July 2013. As you know, Charles is a very good friend of mine and is a chief executive officer of a leading bank. I admire Charles for his honesty, clear thinking and knowledge.
Thank you, Tony. First of all, when you listen to the mainstream media, it sounds like we are in an economic recovery. Can you put up your hand if you think that we are in recovery? Mind you, it should not really surprise me that Steve and Tracy think we are in recovery. They are wearing rose-tinted glasses.
Charles, when I go down to the pub to get hammered, there are loads of people having a good time. See you. Can you put up the slide of me down the pub?
Good grief, Tracy, it looks like that bar scene cantina in Star Wars. I just want to talk about Mark Carney for a moment. Mark Carney said before he became the governor of the Bank of England that we should follow the Japanese model and continue with aggressive quantitative easing. Then, only today has he indicated that we should stop quantitative easing because a raft of surveys reveal that businesses and consumers are in their cheeriest mood since the start of the recession. Have a look at the article behind me. Now have a look at this article. It is a polar opposite. One day he supports aggressive quantitative easing and another day he does not. The public do not know where they stand.
The mixed messages are sent out on purpose. It is designed to confuse the public.
That is right, Tony. They are adopting a tactic called intermittent reinforcement.
Can you explain that in English?
Παναγύρα μου, δεν καταλάβεις.
Steve, you have got to remember that the elite are strategic planners. Make no mistake about that. They carefully plan every move and will play out many scenarios. They will also manipulate the public. The elite know that a linear progression of any news is not to their advantage. For example, if they gave good news all the time, the public would cotton on that the elite were lying. If the elite were continually to give bad news, there would be riots and crime would go through the roof. So, they use a tactic called intermittent reinforcement. They drip-feed good news, and also drip-feed occasionally not-so-good news. It helps to confuse the public. The bottom line is, they are managing the collapse by appearing rather jolly. Now have a look at this article. Ha ha ha, we have an Andy Murray effect, and also our sunny weather in England is making people feel optimistic. Low interest rates will encourage people to get mortgages they cannot really afford, but when they rise, and they will, a major shock will be in store. The mainstream media are taking us for fools. They really do treat us like children. Let's have a look at the next article. So there you have it. Good news is all around.
Yes, so stop giving us your doom and gloom.
Steve, I want you to see a post from Tony's channel. It sums up very well what is going on. Very wise words in my opinion.
The situation in Greece is getting much worse. My family are desperately poor and fear a bank bail-in.
Andreas, I fear a bank bail-in. It will be one way of confiscating your wealth. Indeed, there will be many measures that will be put in place to make us poorer. I truly believe the worst is to come. We have lived beyond our means for far too long. Governments have promised pensions, Medicare and entitlements that cannot be sustainable. The math does not add up. I am telling you as it is. I am not sugarcoating anything. Matters at the moment seem so controlled and calm. Make no mistake at all, the elite are working behind the scenes to manage the economic collapse. To quote some words from Tony's favorite song, run up a deficit, ignore the facts, blame someone else, put up tax. I cannot deny we had a crack, but now we have to pay it back.